Hi, my name is Bhuvnesh, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how to select the right platform for chatbot development. This video is for you if you are considering chatbot development as your skill and if you're confused on which platform should you start with. So I will be talking about two things to clear up the confusion, as I've invested myself a lot of time in trying out different tools and then setting up for the one which I think is good to start with. So the two things that I'll be talking about is first, the market research. How is the demand of chatbot development and of that specific tool? And the second is I'll compare these three tools. What are these three tools that I'll be talking about? So one is Chatbase, the other one is VoiceFlow, and third one is WordPress. All right, so let's dive right into it. And let's start with first to get an idea on how does the chatbot space looks like. Like you might think that there's already ChatGPT and like there are tons of tools which are there. Why would people want to develop their own chatbot? They could use OpenAI APIs or some other tools APIs. But you'll be surprised to know that there is a lot of demand for chatbot development, like a custom chatbot. And it is not really very easy to make chatbots as might look while we use ChatGPT and other stuff. So that's a good news in a way. So let's first look at chatbot developer. So this is a work. I use this as my go-to platform to just see what kind of projects are clients asking for and what kind of talent they're looking for. I also work on Upwork and I get a lot of my projects from here, but usually it's a good place to look at to see the demand. So I wrote chatbot developer and we could also write development. And let's see, as you could see, like 4 minutes ago, 27 minutes ago, these are all the projects that people have posted they want help in. And as you see, there is like, if you're seeing that jobs are posted every 30 minutes, then there's a huge demand of people looking out for those. Like I would say it's every 15 minutes. This does settle the case that there is a demand for chatbot development. Now, I don't want you to waste a lot of your time doing Google research and this and that. But the result is clear that people are looking for chatbot developers. And it is that one skill which is not easy to get upskilled on, which once you start using platforms, you would know that, okay, that requires a lot of structural thinking rather than just being text heavy. You also need to be structurally able to think through problems and build solutions first on paper before, directly implementing on the chatbot platform. So that's now, once that's settled, let's go on to the second part, which is to compare the three tools. I'll start with Chatbase because Chatbase has done a lot of marketing and it is like a lot of YouTube content creators promote this tool as very easy to onboard and very easy to, just start using and doing this. I've tried it and it is very easy to go through the tool and start building chatbots. But the problem is that its free version does not offer you much things. And why I'm talking about free version is because before you start building something for your clients, you would want to learn that platform. You'd want to have that freedom to be able to know the in and out of that platform and then start taking projects and start building something. And to be able to learn a tool, I don't want to pay this much amount. And let's say their free version is something that you get access to fast models. These models are not great when you want to build your RAG, your retrieval augmented generation system with these models. They don't give great response. You just get 20 messages credit and yeah, you can have a look at it. If you want, and also let's see what is the demand for Chatbase. Like, are people specifically asking for Chatbase as a development platform? So we see that build an AI chatbot, MVP, chatbots like Chatbase, and okay, so that's one. And that is it actually. So this was posted yesterday and they just said like chatbot platforms like Chatbase. And the other one says, yeah, it's not even there. I mean, there may be a name or somewhere. So there is no specific demand for this. So even if you learn this tool and you want to monetize it, it would be difficult unless you have your existing clients and you just sell your chatbots to them. So yeah, cross Chatbase is not the platform that you should be learning or developing yourself onto it, and no hard feelings towards that. Okay, now the second platform that I want to talk about is VoiceFlow. This is, I would say, the number one tool and the most popular tool for building AI chatbots. And I have tried this platform and I have built around 2 to 3 chatbots at very nascent stages. And this is a great tool. And if you will see, they even have a free version in which you get, like, you will be the sole user, you have your one workspace, you have 50 knowledge base source. Basically, this is something you can empower your chatbot with your own knowledge base, like your documents or your website or whatever. And then users can ask questions, query from your own database. So this is quite good. Like 50 knowledge base is quite good. You get to build 2 agents and you have 100K monthly AI tokens. And the next plan is the pro plan, which is $50 per month. So a good thing, what I found with VoiceFlow in that way is that you could start building, learning the tool with the free plan. And then once you think you're good enough, you can start selling it by using, because if you have to sell it, you will have to use the pro or team plan for your clients later on. And also let's have a look at the demand of VoiceFlow. Like, do people actually demand voice development of chatbots on VoiceFlow? So as you see, so 2 days ago there was one, then 2 days ago is specifically written here, VoiceFlow and also WordPress. We'll be talking about it later. So I see there are a lot of demand for this 2 weeks ago. I would say this is good enough to have a validation. Like, this demand doesn't need to validate VoiceFlow because this is the number one tool that gets used. But my problem with VoiceFlow, if you are beginning your chatbot development, is that these 100K monthly AI tokens get consumed really fast. And there is no way to upgrade this in a pay as you go model. Like, you have to then get a $50 per month editor, which is like very much like, if this was much, then this is also too much if you are into learning VoiceFlow. Because when you have built an AI agent, you would try to test it, you would find that it gives you different kind of answer, then you change the prompt, and doing all this 100K AI tokens really get consumed very fast. So this is a good sandbox environment, but if you want to learn it, you will have to look out for tutorials, and the testing and all is not sufficient with this. So what's my take on this? My take is that if you already know VoiceFlow and you like it, then yeah, you can go with it. Or if you already, let's say if you already have an experience working with chatbots, developing chatbots, and you know the right ways to prompt, you know the right ways to make workflows, then you can directly start with VoiceFlow. And if you already have clients, then you can just start billing this to them, and yeah, you can do that. But let's say you are those people who are just entering this space right from the start. You do not have clients. You're just trying to upskill yourself. You're trying to learn. You're trying to build some passion projects out of this. Then what do? Then there's one option, which is WordPress, which if you see that they have this free plan, and don't freak out by seeing this $495. I almost freaked out when I saw this, and I thought, like, yeah, the next upgrade is this, and what would they offer in their free plan? But their free plan is like enough for you to be able to test your environment, even deploy your client projects on a very minimal basis. Why? Because they have this pay as you go system, where if you want to increase your bot, you want to increase your message events, if you want to increase vector data space, which is, I would say, is already enough in what you get in their current plan. So you get 1 seat included, you have 1 collaborator, you get 500 messages, incoming messages per month. And so this is good for you to be able to test and build your skill into chatbot development. I have been doing this and I have still not exhausted my these limits that you see here, because this is generous enough. They also give you a $5 monthly credit, which covers your 1 million tokens. So in VoiceFlow, you were getting 100K monthly AI tokens. Here you have 1 million AI tokens, which is really enough for you to be able to do a lot of stuff here. And all these things are, again, good enough for your free plan. Now let's see, how is the BotPress demand as such? Like, are people really looking to? So as you see, like 8 hours ago, there is a BotPress expert somebody looking for. Then there's nothing. I think maybe in their description there is BotPress, 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 BotPress. So you see that there are a lot of people asking for these projects to be developed. And in most cases, a lot of clients do not know on what platform they want to build. It is the expert that they depend on, that because you would be building the platform. So you could tell them that you would build on this, and you could give them a pricing idea. And with as the pay as you go model, it becomes very transparent on how much can they expect to be billed for this tool. All right. If you're a beginner and if you are someone who wants to upskill into chatbot development, then my take is that you should really start with BotPress. BotPress has a good enough community. They have a Discord community where you can ask questions. They have a lot of videos, though VoiceFlow excels in their support and tutorials. But for you to be able to start and just be able to understand how the platform looks and how to create connections, BotPress is easy to understand. Final thing, let's say if you are here and if you have, let's say, very medium-sized clients or small, medium businesses, your pay as you go model will help you. Let's say it would also reach somewhere around $30 to $40 per month once you're building it for your clients. But if you have a large client, then in that case, Press's pay as you go model will become very expensive over time if you are able to get a large enterprise client. So the usual way, and that's what I'm also planning to do, is that I want to learn the chatbot basics. I've developed around 6 to 7 chatbot solutions for my clients till now, and I've learned a lot from that. So my idea is to learn this chatbot development in BotPress, make some good products, and then transition to VoiceFlow, because once you know the basics, once you know how to connect different cards, how to connect different flows, and how to make API calls, it really doesn't matter if you're using VoiceFlow or BotPress. Of course, there is a difference in the platform, dashboard, and everything, but it won't matter much. So if you get a large enterprise client, it is advisable that you go to VoiceFlow. But if you are just a beginner and you want to choose one platform, I would say BotPress is the one which doesn't cost you much. It actually won't cost you anything if you just, use the basic learning. And yeah, so that is it. In my next video, I have also built a chatbot right from scratch in BotPress, and I'll be creating several other videos in which I'll be building complex systems, complex chatbots, which would book appointments, which would call the customer directly from the chat, which will suggest products to customers. So if you want to get into this journey, do subscribe to this channel and comment below if you have some ideas on what kind of systems that you want to build. All right. Thank you very much. Bye.